Hey cat lovers, and welcome back to another video. They say that 2 is better than 1, but does that apply to cat adoption? There's no simple answer, but we're going to try to break it down for you. In short, it totally can be. If you enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing, that way it's easier to find more cat videos. There are plenty of benefits to adopting more than one cat, and in fact, it's often easier than just adopting one. Cats do very well in adopted pairs because they are family-oriented animals. They enjoy sharing space with other cats, but only if they have bonded. In fact, studies have also shown that families are more likely to keep cats in their home long-term if they adopt a bonded pair. But that's only one of many perks to having multiple cats. Now without further ado, we're going to explain why you should adopt 2 cats instead of 1. What if you already have an adult cat? There are certain scenarios where multiple cats might not be the best move, and already owning an adult cat is one of them. Many people think that the older cat will take the kitten under their wing and care for them, but that isn't always true. It actually gets less true the older your first cat gets. Consider your cat's personality before you decide whether or not to get another one. If they are generally not very accepting or have shown signs of aggression around other animals, then you might consider not introducing another kitten into the mix. After all, it was their home first, and they deserve to feel comfortable and safe. However, if your cat is easygoing, then introducing a kitten might work for you. With time, they will likely learn to accept each other even though they didn't grow up together. With adult cats, multiples should be considered on a case-by-case basis, so make sure you talk to your local shelter or veterinarian first. What if you are adopting an adult cat? This is another instance where you may not want to adopt 2 cats. For many of the reasons stated before, an adult cat may not be accepting of another cat coming home with them. It's also important to remember that adoption for adult cats can be a rather scary experience. They are in a new place and they aren't certain about you as their caretaker yet. This means that adult cats already may have a harder time adjusting to life in your home. Adding another cat to the mix might be too much stress for them to take, but again, this is a case-by-case basis. So, what about adopting 2 cats? If you have no other cats in the equation, 2 kittens or 2 cats that are already bonded is often the way to go. If you can find a bonded pair or siblings, then that is even better. Now here are some benefits of adopting 2 cats instead of 1. Number 1. They can keep each other company. Contrary to popular belief, cats don't like to be lonely. The truth is that cats desire love and attention every day. With that said, a cat shouldn't be left alone for more than 8 to 10 hours at a time. However, sometimes life happens, so you might get home later than you want to on some occasions. But if you have 2 or more cats, they'll always have a buddy to keep them company. Even if you work from home, my guess is that your days still get busy. With 2 cats, they can hang out while you get work done. No matter what, you'll still need to set aside time to bond with your cats every day, but whenever you have to go out, at least you'll have peace of mind knowing that they have each other to keep company. Number 2. They can be playmates. Kittens specifically are very playful, and when they get bored, they're prone to getting into things that they shouldn't. This is why 2 kittens are great for each other. If they have a partner in crime, they will have more constant physical and mental stimulation. They'll keep each other entertained and likely out of trouble. Of course, it's important to remember that they'll always need interaction with you, even if they are getting added interaction from another kitten. So make sure that you always set aside time every day to play with your cats. Number 3. They can teach each other how to behave. If you adopt kittens, they'll grow up without the guidance of adult cats, which means they may be less likely to learn proper behavior. Kittens that are singularly adopted might be more prone to nipping, biting, and gnawing on things that they shouldn't. That's where social interaction with another cat or kitten can also come in handy. By playing with each other, they will quickly learn what is and isn't acceptable. They will learn cues from each other, such as coordination. They will also pick up on other things like how to use the litter box and how to groom themselves by watching each other try to perform these tasks. Number 4. It doesn't cost much more than 1 cat. Remember, you are already planning to adopt 1 cat. That means you are already investing in toys, supplies, veterinary care, and more. Shelters will often discount on a 2-cat adoption versus 1. Sometimes you can even ask your vet for discounts for 2 cats or kittens who need the same care. Cats can share many of their supplies, including litter boxes, food and water bowls, toys, grooming tools, and more. Just note that you should always have 2 litter boxes for one cat plus 1 additional litter box for each additional cat. Number 5. You can save another life. Unfortunately, it's a sad reality that kittens are much more likely to get adopted than adult cats. The longer a cat is in the shelter, the harder it becomes for them to get adopted. When you adopt 2 cats instead of 1, you are helping give an additional life a home to live in, safe and comfortably. Not only that, but it frees up more room in the shelter for other animals that are in need. And the more cats that are adopted, the more likely it is that adult cats will also be adopted once the shelter has found homes for the babies. So basically, it's a win-win-win situation. Number 6. There will be double the cute factor. It obviously doesn't hurt that cats are incredibly adorable, and 2 cats means even more cuteness. No matter what they do, it will be adorable, whether they're playing, grooming each other, or sleeping. It's important to never adopt your animal based on their cuteness factor alone, but that doesn't mean it can't be a bonus. Number 7. They can be grooming and nap buddies. Speaking of grooming and napping, these are also perks of having 2 cats. They will likely do everything with each other. They will help keep each other clean by grooming each other, which is just about one of the most adorable things in the world. Additionally, they'll love to cuddle up together for an afternoon nap. While you might never want to say no to cat cuddles, it's not always convenient to let them snuggle up with you. So if they have a sibling to lean on, they'll sleep safe and sound even when you're busy. Should you adopt males, females, or both? It's definitely possible to adopt both a male and female cat if you don't want to adopt 2 of the same sex. However, there are some key differences between male and female cats that are important to remember. In general, female cats tend to be more affectionate. They are much more likely to seek out your physical affections such as petting and cuddling. Nesting is also a big characteristic of female cats due to their natural instinct to create a safe environment for their babies. You will often find that as a result of their nesting instincts, they are also pretty protective. Once they are bonded to you, they are going to be fairly attached to your presence. Because of their instinct to nest and create a safe and comfortable environment, they are also likely to be more irritated by sudden changes in their environment. Overall, a male cat is likely to be more independent and not be so attached to you. They are also probably going to be more lively than your typical female cat. They love to play and they love to get rough, which means that 2 male cats together are able to be roughhousing companions, especially when young. However, this can also mean that male cats can be a bit more mischievous. If you plan to keep your cats completely indoors, your males are likely to try to get outside. This is because they are very curious and want to explore outside of their comfort zone. They will need extra engagement and enrichment to ensure that their curious minds are being properly nurtured. Otherwise, you might find your male cat getting into things they shouldn't. It's totally normal for cats of the opposite sex to become the best of friends. That being said, there should not typically be any other issues with adopting both a male and female cat. In fact, they could complement each other quite nicely. When it comes to having multiple cats, having 1 female and 1 male is actually said to be the easiest of the combinations because their personalities are less likely to clash. This would be followed by 2 males and then 2 females being the most difficult combination, though not impossible. In general though, temperaments and genetics are going to play far more of a factor in whether or not your cats will get along than what sex they are. Remember, all the traits listed before are merely generalizations. However, these are great starting points if you are considering one sex over the other. Never forget that your cats are individuals and you will need to learn to meet their individual needs. As a side note, if you do not plan on breeding, you must spay and neuter them before you bring them into the same home. Otherwise, they can exhibit problematic behaviors and might not easily get along. As you can see, there are so many reasons to consider getting 2 cats instead of 1. They will become built-in best friends for each other, and obviously they are going to be adorable together. Getting 2 cats can also be a great way to alleviate some of the stress that only 1 cat might bring. They will be able to get their energy out with each other and keep the other from getting too bored, especially if you aren't able to be home all the time. However, just remember that there are some considerations before adding multiple cats to the mix. You'll want to give it a good thought before diving in. but we're fairly certain that you won't ever regret adding 2 furry friends into your life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and as always, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next Catterday for another video.